Yellow Brick Road Wealth Management and Nine Entertainment Co. have signed a heads-of agreement to build a new strategic alliance to the financial services industry. Yellow Brick Road CEO Mark Bouris joins us now live from our Sydney CBD studio to discuss the deal. Mr. Bouris, look, thanks very much for your time. Look, in terms of this deal, at first glance, it seems like a strange tie-up, a media company and a financial services firm.
Well, it's not that so strange. We did it in the Wizard days in 1999 with PBL. PBL invested 50% of the business of Wizard, and largely PBL was a great result in terms of building the Wizard brand and getting the Wizard message out there. And that's exactly what we're trying to do here with Yellow Brick Road and the Nine Entertainment Group. So
is that's what Nine Entertainment brings to the table, is it? I suppose being able to give you a platform.
Well, it's not just a platform. They have unbelievable intellect in terms of marketing and media and advertising out there. Just to have access to be able to talk to people like David Gingell and his team, add that to my organisation, that's a big deal for an organisation like us, particularly when we're trying to punch above our weight. There's no way in the world we can afford to spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year in advertising. We'll spend our share, but we're taking on giants. So our game is to be able to somehow leverage that ability. That is to be able to rely on the intellect of these organisations to help us sort of place it in the right demographics, to be more efficient with our advertising dollar, to get a bigger bang for our buck. That's basically the deal. And from their point of view, they're very good at investing in organisations whose brand they help to build, and they want to get a result out of it. So it's a double whammy for them.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that in terms of what you bring to the table for Nine Entertainment. I was reading some comments by Mr. Gingell saying, you know, this is an exciting but an uncharted foray into a sector that they don't really have any experience in.
Well, Nine Entertainment Media doesn't necessarily have any experience in it today, but they certainly have it on the PBL days when they invested in Wizard, and they got a very good return out of that investment in the Wizard days. Nine has a platform whereby they can take your dollars as an advertiser, and they can actually just take your money and just leave it like that, and you part company at the gate. What they're doing here is they're saying, okay, we're going to take your money to advertise for you, we're going to build your brand for you, but by the way, we're going to have something on the other side of the transaction which allows us to get a double return. So what do I bring to the table? It's not what I personally bring to the table, but what our business model brings to the table and what we allow through our investment structure, that is allowing them to invest in our business, what that returns for them. That's actually a very important part of the deal.
How long had discussions been ongoing?
Well, on and off now for a couple of months. I've obviously known David Gingell for a long, long time. He was involved in the 1999 deal with PBL, so he and I have been around a long time in this game. We understand how convergence works. We both got involved in the early convergence forays in the 1999 period right through to 2004. We have an understanding of each other. Our various teams have understandings of each other. We know each other. I've done TV shows for Channel 9, being The Apprentice, so we have a good understanding of our, how each other works and how each other can leverage off each other. Right down to things like sports, us sponsoring sports teams, etc. Their ability to leverage that sponsorship into other media campaigns is extraordinary.
You've been chasing a public listing for the group. does this impact that at all? Does it have any changing impact on us?
No, the ITS EGM was held about 3 weeks ago. It was approved unanimously that we take control of ITS, ITS being a listed public company. It's going to lodge a prospectus in the next week or so. ITS, subject to raising up to $6 million, raising at least $6 million or in excess of that, will then change its name to Yellow Brick Road Group, and then we will do the deal with Nine Media as a separate transaction after that.
And where do you see Yellow Brick Road Group fitting into the landscape, if you like, of the financial services sector? It's one, very much dominated by the big four banks at the moment.
Well, it's a financial services sector is looking for a new player. It's a financial service sector looking for somebody to come out and offer something to make a separate offering or alternative offering. So Yellow Brick Road is a wealth management business, and we deliver wealth management solutions, not just mortgages. We do insurance and financial planning, super, etc. That's pretty much what banks do today too. So our game is to be able to take this to the streets. We're not going to beat Commonwealth Bank on the corner here in Martin Place, or we're not going to outspend Commonwealth Bank. We're not going to make more money than Commonwealth Bank. It's not going to happen, or any of the banks for that matter. But what we will do is we will try to dominate in the regions that we have our offices and our branches at. So right now we have 59 branches signed up, most of which are operational at the moment and delivering business back to our head office. So we want to be dominant in the region within which we operate, and if we can do that within each region, we'll be very happy.
All right, Mr. Bouris, thanks very much for your time.
Most welcome.